Understanding your audience and their profiles is the foundation to winning their hearts and minds. It is important to remember that, in spite of having access to great data, humans make emotional decisions. So do not discount the value of making your reports emotive and fun. Take a look at the talks by the brilliant Hans Rosling to see how to deliver incredible data in the most compelling ways. In the chapter on writing your story, we discuss the hero's journey. This shows us how to bring data to life with a narrative. The trick in telling the reporting story is not to be afraid of giving bad news, but to remember that how you tell it is critical. Picture this. If your report message is, "We're down 20% against target," and that's it, the report is really missing a massive opportunity. A better approach could be, "We're down 20% against our target because the bank holiday fell on a different weekend this year." Now, this isn't perfect, but it is a rational explanation for the shortfall, which is more insightful and useful. An even better way would be able to say what happened, why it happened, and most importantly, what the solution is going to be. So this becomes, "We're down 20% because of the bank holiday fell on a different weekend this year. With a 10% increase in ad spend over the next 2 weeks, we believe we can make up the shortfall. What happened, why it happened, and a possible solution to it, the whole picture in one sentence." This is equally as prudent as providing positive news as for negative. Cost per acquisition was down 10%, because we're awesome, is quite self-indulgent and often not very helpful. Remember, what do you see? What do you think has happened? And what will you do about it? Cost per acquisition is down because of the negative keywords we added at campaign level, and now we're going to roll this out across the rest of the account. Visualizing data is something we have a lot of control over, perhaps more than you would expect. This can be both great and terrible in the same measure. The decisions we make on what we can do with the data is key to telling the right story. There are many charts and graphs available that enable us to visualize data, most of which you're likely to be familiar with. The appropriateness of a chart can vary. All reports will need to look and feel different, but the elements to a successful report need to contain the same things and will seldom change. A report title. A few words that capture the question the report addresses. Report scope. A brief description of the goals of the report. Primary KPIs against their targets, 3 to 5 metrics which feed each KPI, your observations, and most importantly, the actions and next steps which come from this. Always finish a report with actions and next steps, the "so what". The report without clear actions will struggle to add value and in time will only lead to apathy and indifference. Imagine you are preparing a board report for the owner of a company, or one of the directors, and the marketing manager. Using PowerPoint or a similar tool, select the data and the charts which most accurately describe the following: a campaign's performance over the last 3 months, the campaign's effectiveness against the key targets, and recommendations for the next quarter based on your observations. During the board report, you have only been given 15 minutes to present your data, so focus specifically on making arguments that are easy to understand, sustained by data, and actionable.